Welcome, everyone, to episode 7 of the Video Game Book Club for the month of June 2021. This time around, I am joined by Soul, Charizard, Shaishen, Nakuso, and Hamber. Say hello, everyone.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
how's it going?
Hello.
So, this month's theme was platformers and Metroidvanias, and the game that won was Guacamelee 2, which was developed by Drinkbox Studios. The game was nominated by Hamber and won the popular vote amongst all of us here, and we all played and beat the game on Xbox Game Pass. So, on Drinkbox's Studios official website, this is how they described Guacamelee 2. Evil chose the wrong day to double dip. Head back to the Mexiverse in this long-awaited sequel to the smash hit Guacamelee. Uppercut your way to victory across stunning new, handcrafted levels, featuring a dense and colorful world, new luchador moves, sassy new bosses, twice the enemies, and, most importantly, 300% more chickens. They're really selling the game here. But that's how the website describes the game. How would everyone here describe the game? Question 1. How would you describe the game to someone in one sentence?
A tasty luchador adventure to save the world.
The first game to actually convince me to get guacamole at Chipotle.
Wait, did you actually get guacamole?
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh, holy crap. Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I was like, I beat this game. You know what? I'm gonna reward myself. I'm gonna go Chipotle.
I'm gonna treat myself for some nice guacamole from Chipotle.
Oh my god.
So for me, I would say the chicken Illuminati is love. The chicken Illuminati is life.
Oh my
El
god.
pollo is the key to it all.
El pollo loco.
Oh my god. Mine is so serious compared to all yours. Okay. Retired hero, now father, reclaims his heavyweight champion as a luchador by saving all of Mexiverse once again by protecting the sacred guacamole from reaching the hands of evil.
Dang. Right.
Impressive.
That is actually a perfect description. Guacamelee 2 is like Mucha Lucha in video game form. Fun, frantic, and a whole lot of chicken. What are your experiences with Metroidvania style games?
I'd say I have some to little experience with Metroidvania games. I think I know 2 games that I've only played, which is Samurai Jack Amulet of Time, which is a Game Boy Advance game. Muramasa the Demon Blade, which was on the Wii. So those are the only 2 that I know so far that I've played before Guacamelee 2.
This is actually like the first one I've ever played. Platformer wise, yeah, I played platformers, but Metroidvania type games, zeros. Yeah, the first time I ever tried it.
So for me, I've played quite a few Metroidvanias throughout my life. Since platformers is my favorite genre, I started with really weirdly enough, not Castlevania. I started with Metroid. It was Metroid Fusion or Metroid Zero Mission.
With the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, that was actually my first one because I borrowed it from my friend a long time ago when we were at school, and I loved it. That was a game. I think I also 100% of that game too. Like most Metroidvanias, like 10 to 100%, and from there on, I played Dawn of Sorrow for the DS, which was my first Castlevania one, and then beyond that, it went to like Shantae. Is where I discovered that indie game. And it became one of my favorite series in Metroidvanias. And then from there, I played a little bit of Hollow Knight, Bloodstain, the new one. Then there's other ones like Cave Story. There's like actually quite a few Metroidvanias. So far out of all of the book clubs, this is the one where I played like the most.
Would you be able to define what Metrovania is for me?
Metroidvania is like a clash between Castlevania and Metroid. It's like an action adventure side scroller, or it can be in 3D. Usually it's in 2D form. I don't know why I'm sounding like I'm reading that from a script. I'm not.
What's that Wikipedia article?
It's kind of weird how Metroidvania is now. It's like the lines between what a Metroidvania is not as clear. Usually it deals with some sort of backtracking in order to get abilities needed to advance in the game. And then it has extra stuff that you can find.
Yeah.
That's what it usually defines a one. But some games still call themselves Metroidvanias, even though they're not the backtracking isn't like necessary. It's kind of weird. That's like
Yeah.
one of the things with like Guacamelee too. It's like the backtracking isn't like really necessary to beat the game because usually it's laid out.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, I guess like with if Metroidvania, I did play some platformer games, but like I guess the closest thing I could think of is Metroidvania. It's on coolmathgames.com and
Okay.
yeah, I used to play when I was at a laptop during middle school, and I was like the only place I could play games at. It was called Fireboy and Water Girl.
It's a shark boy and lava girl.
No.
Rip off.
No, it's called Fireboy and Water Girl, and it had like the same puzzles like as Guacamelee, but you know it's for kids, so it's a lot more easier. But I guess that's the only thing I could think of that would be a Metroidvania game.
All right, video game book club. Next one, Fireboy and Water Girl. Metroidvania. It's not really a genre I have a whole lot of experience with, but you know, from the few games I have played, I would easily put that in my top 3 game genres I really enjoy. Which is odd because even to this day, I've yet to play a Metroid or Castlevania game, like the original games that this subgenre is derived from. But yeah, the games I have played are Owlboy, Shantae, which is a game that Anakaso recommended. I really enjoyed that. And the most recent game that really opened my eyes to like the complexity of Metroidvania games was Hollow Knight. Like that game right there is still like my top Metroidvania game, and that's really what really made me want to explore the genre more. But Guacamelee 2, though, also a really prime example of a Metroidvania game, and I want to gush about it, but we'll keep going and talk more about it in the other questions. What is one thing you liked about the game?
So far, I got like 3.5 things I like, but I'll try to stick with one.
There's a lot to praise about this game, but you only get one.
Oh, jeez. Well, I think I just like I like how it subtly references to other games and like fourth wall breaking.
So all the
Like
humor.
yeah, and it has like those statues that's almost the same as the Metroid ones. The
Chozo.
Yeah, the Chozo statues. It's a really interesting way to show them that they like Metroid games like that.
Or that you know, no one's probably gonna mention it, but that one dimension with the Chuzo statue collector.
Oh jeez, yes. You have a choice to either destroy them or just like leave them be.
Yeah.
It's giving you like really useless powers.
For me, I just
Loot box.
Yeah, like blinking really quickly, fresh air
funny.
breath.
oh jeez, I would. Since as a nice person, I didn't want to destroy all of the statues, so I just figured find which one is the really big queue for finding the power. So I went for that instead.
The one thing I really enjoyed, which I thought I would like hate, like it would just kill me with this game, is the backtracking.
Really?
Yeah, because when it tells you to go back throughout your entire map with the markers and stuff, because fast travel doesn't really work as well. The running back while the dimension's screwed over or gaining new powers made it less boring. As a lazy way, like developers could just say, "Oh, run back. Oh, there's different enemies." But no, like
Actually change
the
it
things
up, right?
yeah, they change it up. Like the things you've seen, the things you gained, you're able to run back with the previous level and try out new things and unlock way more stuff. I thought I would just like grieve over the whole time I'm playing. I'm like, God dang, I have to run all the way back. But the levels are really refined to the point where you can't really like glitch out in anything or learn like specific moves. I'm actually like a little bit challenged running through the same level I just did, and then giving you a little bit checkpoints on the way, like busting out some blocks. But yeah, the level design in this game, it hit me to the point where like I kind of like this game. This game is, yeah. Throughout all my raging, this kind of made me a little bit happy inside.
Dang.
Yeah, like
it's the first time I heard you say that before in any of these games that we played.
Like I'm always the type of person who's like, all right, let me see if I can glitch this out. Let's see if I can just skip this. But yeah, these levels are just so well made to the point where I'm like, you know what? I can't hit that. I'm gonna work through this level, and then with the new stuff I gained, I'm fine running back. Just trying new things. I know the level layout, but then there's always like those extra things you see, and you're like, oh, this is actually okay. I can run with this.
One thing I liked about the game is the theme of the game. So I'm not really used to seeing a lot of Mexican theme stuff. It's probably like one of the few bigger nationalities I have like no experience with. So like hearing the music, seeing the beautiful artwork with the theme, and also a lot of the Spanish that they say and stuff. It was really cool just to see a different environment of enemies and different creatures that you don't really see in a lot of other games. The whole especially it's like the whole theme of everything just felt really fun to play, and it was something new that I didn't experience. So that's probably why I enjoyed it a lot more, because usually there's like a lot of Metroidvanias which usually do a lot of dark themes, or it's like gritty, or it's like stuff with fantasy and like vampires or stuff like that. But this one kind of takes a twist with its own type of demons from I guess imagination and also Mexican folklore. So it adds all that together, which makes a really fun game.
Okay, so you guys discussed all of the main points about what you liked about the game. So I'll probably talk about like the small things. I just love the humor overall of every character. Like they were so memorable, and it was just so funny, and it was such an interesting feature to be like a chicken. So like honestly, I think that's the most important thing about the game is just being a chicken. Because if I would want to run the whole game being a chicken the whole entire time if I could. But that was my favorite part of the game, and like there was you don't have to be the same character. There was also you could have been
all the different skins, right?
Yeah, different skins. There was different skins you could be. You didn't have to. You could choose like the old goat man. You could have been what was that one lady?
The girl with the mask.
Yeah, the girl with the mask. I just call her the sidekick because I don't really care about her.
Tostada is the name.
Tostada.
Tostadas, and then there was one of them was a wife.
Girl, X or something.
Cool.
What's her name?
I don't know.
You're
right. Food. I was like, I'm hearing food. All right, taco.
Hang on, I'm trying to find the name of it on their wiki.
Yeah, but it was such like everyone, like even the NPCs are really funny, from the living to the dead, and it just kept me entertained. Like someone who hasn't like played video games at all, this was such an enjoyable experience for me, and I'm glad that this was my second time doing it, and I'm glad I chose it too. So I'm kind of proud of myself. So I got good taste.
Yes, thank you for selecting a good game.
Yeah, so I'm a little proud right now. I mean, it was a really, really good game. I loved it. Especially
coming from something like Night Call.
Yeah.
This is like a complete 360.
Night Call was such a good game. I love it.
What would you say was the funniest, most memorable moment for you?
Oh man, that was so hard. I mean, like, since I kind of played it in like spurts, so I played it in a couple days. The most memorable one was, did you guys remember when you guys there was like a meme, like literally they all talked about was memes.
The dankest dimension?
Yeah, the dankest. I was like, what? I thought that was pretty funny. Like that was pretty memorable, but like it was just like the kind of like the witty humor. Like there's just so many puns.
Yeah,
that was like the one thing. But the dank meme was pretty up there.
It was so funny because it's like they were hyping up like it was gonna be like one of the most difficult levels. They're like, oh crap, is this like a super secret area? And then when you get into it, you're like, oh, it's just really old, outdated memes.
Yes, I just loved it, like how they're like bashing on the directors, like why are we putting this in this level?
Okay,
because it references the first game. Because they had that in the first game, and it's like people were complaining about it, so
they brought it back.
Those things they were saying about like people leaving like this game, like these memes are trash or like stuff like that. That's what people were leaving on like
Oh, the dankest
The
meme world.
Yeah, they were like leaving out in the forums, so
Oh
it kind of made
no.
fun at the
The community.
community that complained about it.
That's funny.
That's great.
Jeez.
Okay, so I'm glad that Hamber touched on the humor because that is a really big portion.
Oh yeah.
Naxo touched on like the culture and the music and everything, also really big. So I'm just gonna talk about talk a little bit more about what Shaishen said. So I honestly just love like the level of complexity and the different ideas like they introduced in each of the levels. Like there was a lot of variety going on, and it really just kept you moving forward. Like there was wall jumping, there's grappling hook. They got the back and forth dimension segments. You're able to turn to a chicken. There's chicken based combat. It's like every time the game gave you a little bit, a little tortilla to nibble on, they'd take it away for a little bit, and then they give you more of it. And then next thing you know, you're hooked, and you just want to keep going forward. And then the more move sets they give you, the more abilities you unlock. Everything just starts to blend together, and the next thing you know, by the end of the game, you're really just not even really thinking about it at that point, but you're just using muscle memory and movements, and that is like peak Metroidvania at its best. When you don't even have to think about it, and you're using everything you've learned, and you're just pummeling away at enemies and getting further in the game. And I absolutely love it about this game. What is one way you would improve the game?
It's not. I don't think there's not much, but I would think of like adding like some sort of style sets. Not too crazy. Just like like one from Devil May Cry 4 for a certain character that has style moves. Like I want to see like
Fighting style?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
So like different kinds of wrestling styles that we don't even know in wrestling stuff. So yeah, I was like thinking like that.
The game was hard. Make it easier, but I think the only thing I didn't like it was a little gripe on the combat because I've never played Castlevania.
Metroidvania.
Yeah, I haven't played those type of games, so I don't know if that's like normal. But the type of stuff that like annoys me in beat 'em ups is not being able to change your direction when you're fighting.
Okay.
Like you're locked in a combo, and you're stuck on that one direction. And if you're behind an enemy, you're like caught in. I don't know. This game is just so punishing on it's punishing on mistakes, but it's kind of your fault. Maybe I'm just being. I don't know.
Get good.
I want the game to be easier. I want my controller not smashed.
Jeez.
I
mean, it's my fault a lot of times, but I mean, the only thing I can say is like make it a little more fluid.
Okay.
But the unfluidity of all the skills coming together, there's like pauses and breaks on what you do, kind of gives you much of like a buffer time to think on what you're doing.
How to like link it, right?
Yeah. Make it easier. Next.
One way I would improve the game is to make the controls more fluid, especially when interacting with the environment. So throughout the game, I was actually not having that many issues. I found that the game, it's probably because I play like I'm more used to Metroidvanias, but I found the game for a Metroidvania to be like too easy, and like even like towards the end, that's where it got like harder. But it's like for most of the game, like I only died like besides like 2 environments, but to an enemy, I only died like once throughout that game, and the way that I really found that the controls were an issue is when I was doing the special levels where you had to pretty much be perfect in how you play. And one of the special levels requires you to go up the wall multiple times. And the way they have it in the game is you had to press forward. And you technically, the weird thing about it is when you press forward and the button, sometimes, I'm not sure if anyone else had this issue, it didn't register.
Oh, I did.
So when you're like doing the wall running or you're flying, doing the flying kick, like sometimes it wouldn't register like immediately when you press a button and you had to do it like twice. And that caused me to die like a lot of times and get frustrated. It's like funny, like most of the times it's me fighting the controls more than the game. And it's like the wall, they use the walls a lot. It's one of the main mechanics once you get the ability. And yeah, that and the responsiveness of the controls sometimes when you're punching and you can't like turn around when you do a punch. This is really weird.
Yeah.
Because this doesn't seem like the type of game, like there's like a games made like that when you swing in one direction with that amount of force, you kind of have to wait for your animation to recover. But for this game, it doesn't seem like that should be the case with your punching. And then you get hit by an enemy, and then you might get tossed around, and then there's certain enemies that attack you multiple times. So it could kind of feel cheap. Although at the same time, you can't cancel all of your moves with the dodge ability. So I guess they wanted you to use your dodge to cancel, which they also show you in the training with that one fire guy who shows you how to use your abilities. So they do tell you that you can dodge after using a move or after using an attack. So overall, it was just the interaction with the walls that was the most annoyance, and the responsiveness of the controls could be improved from if they ever make a sequel to this one.
Well, as Shaishin said, make game easier. It was hard. Like I had to stop a couple of times. Like I could only do so much. Like I believe I had to do one level. It wasn't like a special like egg level. It was just like a regular level to get like some treasure. I think it took me over like 20 times, and that's bad. I might just been like a really bad like player, but I googled the rating for this game, and it's PGI 12. Do you think a 12-year-old can do this game?
Yeah.
Like as Nakuso said, it took him an hour.
Yeah, it's on crack.
One of these levels. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, those were the hard levels, though.
I know, but as a game that is PGI 12, I feel like it could have been like a little bit more easier, especially for the younger children, because you don't want like them to develop anger issues early in life, you know?
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah.
They
I
have to
got
learn
that.
how to get good.
Yeah, get good or get hood.
Yeah.
You can't hold your hand. You're playing the game sometime.
What is
I
this,
needed
fork
someone to
knife?
hold my hand. But other than that, like I can't really like say anything improvements, like I said, because I'm pretty much of a new video game player. But other than that, I don't have anything to say. It's a hard game, and I want it to be less harder. It took 8 hours. It's supposed to be 8 hours, but it took me 10 hours to finish it.
Okay, so for me, Noxel's already talking about the movement, so has Shaishin. For me, I'm gonna focus on the combat, because this is what really it was going well up until towards the end. And kind of like what Nakuso said, I feel like, especially towards the ending, there was just so much enemy spam. Like they would knock you down, and then you're trying to get up, and then all the enemies, they're just like attacking all at the same time, and their attack patterns are kind of like random. And then like you get up, they hit you down, you get up again, you try to jump over. Oh wait, there's someone hitting you from above now. I was like, we're getting our ass handed to us. Can you like just back off for a second and let us reset as a player real quick? And I was like thinking, why was this so frustrating, and why did I feel like I was being cheated out of this combat scenario? Then I started thinking, I was like, okay, let me look at what Hollow Knight does. And what Hollow Knight does, like compared to this game, is you're gonna get your butt handed to you repeatedly, but when there's multiple enemies attacking you and they know that you're down, they like reset their patterns of their attacks, and they actually take turns doing their attacks. So it's like you're being attacked from every direction, but you're aware about what's about to come. So you need to dodge left, right, up, or down, right, or something. But this game, it was just like a freaking spam fest, and I was like, it really turned me off from the combat like towards the ending. And I feel like the way that they can fix that is it's pretty simple. One way I would think of is maybe adding a few more invulnerability frames when you're recovering. So you let the player reset. Or another way is when you get hit. I'm surprised they didn't add this, adding aerial recovery. So when you get hit, you can recover in midair and then reset that way. it's just like having that
Oh, they got
feeling.
one.
They have a fall one though.
Yeah, they have a fall one, but they don't have
a.
they don't have an aerial one, which is what I was like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
Why?
don't have like they also don't have. Oh yeah, they don't have aerial
Yeah.
recovery.
Because of like what games like I'm gonna throw Overwatch under the bus here, but what games like Overwatch have taught us, it's like players do not like the idea of being stun locked all the time, and like just that ending sequence made me realize I was like, good God, they need to fix that, like tweak that a little bit. It was fine for like I would say like 85% of the game, but the moment they just started spamming all the enemies, I was like, no, this is
Oh, especially that enemy that constantly spawns new enemies.
yeah.
And it's like sometimes there's like two.
Mhm.
You have to kill the main one, and then you're trying to avoid the others. And then they have those ones that come down, so you have to focus on that.
Yeah, and then you have those enemies who have like super wide range, and then you can't dodge it at all. It's like, come on, if you're gonna add an attack like that, give Juan the ability to like air dodge. I mean, he can air dodge, of course, but give him a little bit more like length.
Yeah, he can't beat everyone.
Yeah, he can't be every Juan.
Oh jeez.
Oh my
Guess it's
god!
good
Yeah.
AI.
If he's gonna aerial dodge, like add a little bit more distance to that or something. It's just like these few tweaks I feel like would make the combat a little bit more fluid and fair.
Maybe a blowback too. So like you have an ability where you can knock everyone back, so you can like recover for a few seconds.
Yeah, like if it
That's
seems
kinda
like it's
cool, you know?
unfair, yeah, maybe you can use up all your stamina or something just to like reset.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's fair too.
Question 5: what is your final verdict and rating from 0 to 10 using a 0.5 scale?
Well, the game is great, and it feels like a beginner's level for playing other Metroidvania games for players that are starting to like it or is trying to get into it. And there are some minor things that's been talked upon this book club, but other than that, I'd say Guacamelee 2 would receive 8.5 luchadors out of 10.
Thought of this game a really fun and challenging platform game. Probably the best Metroidvania game I've ever played in my life.
Whoa!
Jeez.
All right.
I would give it a 9 out of 10.
So my final verdict for this game is, well, Guacamelee 2, I think if you're a newcomer, it's actually a really good game to get into it. It's not as complicated as other Metroidvanias. This one shows you where to go a lot of the times. It's, like other Metroidvanias where most of the time they give you a clue or give you an idea, but you had to find the way there. This one is definitely more forgiving in that way. That with the really cool theme, Mexican theme, music, and of course playing as a chicken is why I give this game an 8.5 out of 10. I love migraines.
So, as you mentioned before, as a newcomer, I thought this was such a good introduction in getting yourself into video games, especially Metroidvania games. I had such a fun experience. Like, it was just a very lively game. And the soundtrack just kept me going no matter how many times I went through the level. It was so satisfying finally finishing like that 20 times that you did that puzzle, So with my rating, I would do a 9, same as Shaishin. And I love this game so much.
Guacamelee 2 is a prime example of what it means to be a great Metroidvania game. Like, there's huge amount of level variety, challenges, platforming segments, and like the combo mechanics are just, they're very easy to string together. It's just a great entry point for those who are new to the genre, and anyone who is looking for a Metroidvania game, this is a good way to start looking into that genre. And like the game presents, I'm just trying to like look at it from perspective of someone who's never played a Metroidvania game before, and I feel like Guacamelee 2 really hits that sweet spot, like it presents a level of challenge, but it definitely never gets to the point where it all just seems unfair or impossible. Like it is a doable experience. Like there will be times where you might get frustrated a little bit, but it doesn't linger on for too long. Plus, there's always that funny humor to really cushion the blow, to really make you like take a step back and be like, you know what? This game's pretty good. So with that said, I give Guacamelee 2 8.5 tortilla choking hazards out of 10. So Guacamelee 2 gets an average rating of 8.7 out of 10 or 43.5 out of 50. So, I mean, there you go. It's a solid game. Everyone had a lot of good things to say about it, and yeah, you should definitely give it a shot. Bonus mystery question time. Who here is the bonus mystery question asker?
Here.
Whoa! No way! All right. Well, what's your question? What you got for us?
So it only took me 1 minute to think of this question.
All right.
So, what would be your luchador name, and what would be your special move? Should I start off first?
No, it'd be the same order. So was
okay.
he's probably thinking.
Wait, say that again?
What would be your luchador name, and what would be your special move?
Soul?
Oh shoot. Sorry. Frick. I'm trying to think. Honestly, I don't think I haven't thought of a name. I haven't thought of a name or a signature move for that one. Crap.
To be honest, I did put you on the spot.
Yeah, you did.
I can go.
You caught me off guard from that.
All right, fine. Go say
Can you
then.
just give me for a second? I need some more time to think on this.
Alright, my luchador name? My name would be A-Fool. And my combo, or my special move, it would be like the carne asada combo number 6. Or the El Pollo Loco freaking combo number 7. Welcome to the ring, A-Fool! Hey, what's up? I'm out here doing wrestling and shit! Yeah, that would be mine.
So wait, what's the difference in the combo moves?
Yeah.
Combo moves, the carne asada is tough, it's cut, and it's good. The difference between the carne asada combo and the taco, you get multiple, it tastes good, and it's tough. I don't know.
You just described the food. You didn't describe the move.
That's the move. You never know.
You never know.
Because all restaurants are different. Everybody makes it different.
We all have health code violation.
Boy.
We got a C- in our health. But they don't know.
Oh dear.
I had to think hard about this.
Okay.
And as tradition, as every other book club, my name would have to be Plaga. You know why?
Why?
Oh,
Because that relates to blight, like a blight. And you know what else relates to blight? Blight bound, and that
Oh my
is
gosh.
actually my special. That's my special move, blight bound. And during that special move, you actually infect and kill everything that you love. So,
Oh shit.
um, um,
so that would actually be one of my moves. The other move would probably be El Ranimo, and that causes. No, I'm not gonna say it. Next.
I mean, at that point, it's not even a match anymore.
It's just a blood. It's just a pile of corpses.
Okay, so I guess I had advantage because I got to think of the question and I also got to think of the answer.
Okay.
So my luchador name would be El Tamarando, like tamarind, because I love tamarind. I love tamarind anything. Like growing up in California, I love tamarind candy and just tamarind. So it was nothing really too creative. It's just something I like. And then my special move would be called press juice because I would. So the move is basically I would wrap my arms and legs around you and squeeze you so hard that blood is oozing from everywhere.
Wow.
That's my special move.
How tasteful. All right. Get ready. For it is I, Wave Broad Bandito!
Oh no.
My special move is to strangle your cable repeatedly, even when you're not looking. And then right after I'm done strangling your cable, I'm going to leave you a bill over $100 and not just walk away. Yeah, that's my move.
That's OP.
Yeah, strangle your
Specific
cable.
too.
Yeah, definitely not targeted like the Ronimo one.
Jeez.
That was a good question. Thank you for presenting that question.
We still have Soul.
Soul has to
Oh,
go.
you're right. He tried to get away.
Wait to throw me under the bus, man. Just the brawler. Just
Okay.
the burning brawler.
Oh.
And my signature move is just blazing star fist. I try to rub my hands together, and I just give you a really good fury of punches of that just makes it feel hot.
I thought you were gonna say gives you a really good massage.
Yep. Just massaging my hands first before I kick into really nice punches.
Oh, okay. All right. Good answer.
Is this safe for work?
I don't know.
No, he's gonna warm up his hands and then give you a really good
Good massage.
firm massage.
No, punches, man.
Oh yeah, and punches.
Oh.
Oh.
You have a special move called Happy Ending.
I think that'll be time.
All right. So, and that concludes episode 7 of Video Game Book Club for the month of June 2021. Thank you for tuning in and watching, and thank you, Soul, Shaishen, Nakuso, and Hamburg, joining in this episode.
Yeah.
Okay, goodbye.
Wow.
Get out of here.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
She left.
Jeez. Yep. Anyways, what are you guys gonna be doing?
We're not done yet. We're still
We're in a
going.
vote still.
Yeah, we still need to. What did she?
Bye
what
for
did
the
she
video.
We're trolling.
leave? Not done.
No.
Get back. We're not done yet. We're still recording.
This is taking time. I told you.
And that concludes episode 7 of Video Game Book Club for the month of June 2021. And thank you for tuning in and watching. And thank you, Soul, Shaishen, Nakuso, and Hamburger for joining me on this episode.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Hey, don't leave. Okay, all right. I gotta
You
get
tricked me. You literally said bye. So, okay, bye.
That's his outro.
Yeah, it's out. Later. Okay, bye. I love you.
Okay, all right. As always, everyone's links to their YouTubes, Twitches, Twitters, and social media will be in the description box below. Take care, have a good one, and we'll catch you in the next episode of Video Game Book Club.
Track you down and hear the truth coming straight from you. Never knew where you had run your only son. The child you never knew I could have been so warm. And the only thing I'm sure I wish I never cared. If you did, you wouldn't try to be there.